Om Shri Sai Ram. Dear students, in this class we will discuss about the copolymerization and rubber. Before going to the main concept, I have given some questions in last class. So in this class, we will discuss about the answers for even those questions. So the first question is, name the monomers of nylon 6,6. So we have used the monomers are the hexamethylene diamine and adipic acid. These monomers we used in the preparation of nylon 6,6. Second question is, what are thermosetting polymers? So thermosetting polymers are cross-linked or heavily branched molecules which on heating undergoes extensive cross-linking in moles and again become infusible. So next question is, what is a homopolymer, and give an example. So the addition polymers are formed by polymerization of a single monomeric species are known as homopolymer. For example, polythene, we used only one kind of monomers in the polythene. Next question is, what is addition polymerization? Give one example for a copolymer. The addition polymers are formed by repeated addition of monomer molecules possessing double or triple bonds. Example, polythene, polypropene, etc. So fifth question is, what is Ziegler-Natta catalyst? Ziegler-Natta catalyst means titanium tetrachloride. Next, sixth question, write an equation for the preparation of Teflon and nylon 6. You can see the equation on the screen. First one is Teflon preparation, means that is a tetrafluoroethene. So it gives a polytetrafluoroethene is nothing but Teflon. Next one is nylon 6. Nylon 6 means we prepared by taking caprolactam. So in the presence of 533 to 543 Kelvin with water. So it gives the nylon 6. So seventh question is, name the monomers used in the preparation of Dacron. So we used monomers in the Dacron preparation. Those are ethylene glycol and terephthalic acid. These all 7 questions are very important for even examination. Okay, so in this class we will discuss about the copolymerization and rubber. So what is meant by copolymerization? So we discussed in the small content in the addition polymerization, and addition polymerization we discussed what is meant by homopolymer and what is meant by copolymer. Homopolymer means the only one kind of monomers we used, and copolymers is different kind of monomers we will use in the copolymer. So in copolymerization means, copolymerization is a polymerization reaction in which a mixture of more than one monomeric species is allowed to polymerize and form a copolymer. The copolymer can be made not only by chain growth polymerization but by step growth polymerization also. For example, a mixture of 1,3-butadiene and styrene can form a copolymer. You can see the reaction here now. This is the 1,3-butadiene structure, that is CH2 double bond CH and CH double bond CH2. This is the 1,3-butadiene structure because at one carbon number 1 and carbon number 3, because that is a double bond is present, that is why diene. Okay, there are 2 double bonds are present. 1,3-butadiene is the IUPAC name of this compound. Next one is a styrene. So styrene also you can write as this one. So this is nothing but C6H5O. So any one you can use to write here. This is a styrene molecule C6H5CH and CH2. Okay, and it gives the BUNA-S. It is a short form, that is a butadiene styrene copolymer. Okay, so copolymer means we are using different kind of, more than one kind of monomers we are using. See here, 1,3-butadiene is a one kind of monomer and styrene is a one kind of monomer. So here we added both the monomers and last finally we got the butadiene styrene copolymer is nothing but BUNA-S. So it is used in the uses of this. Next one. So it is also Copolymers have properties quite different from homopolymer. For example, see butadiene styrene copolymer is a quite tough and it is a good substitute. For example, butadiene styrene copolymer is a quite tough and it is also good substitute for natural rubber. So uses, it is used in the manufacture of auto tires, floor tiles, footwear components and cable insulation, etc. Okay, this is very important even for the examination. For 2 marks and all they will ask in the examination. Okay, the next concept is rubber. Okay, you all are very familiar with this word rubber. Okay, rubber, it will come under elastomers. We studied elastomers in the classification of polymers. Elastomers means it have a properties, that is elasticity. Okay, elasticity means, for example, we took a rubber. So when we take rubber, so see it is a small rubber, you will take, when you just stretch that rubber, it will elongate there. So when you just lose, when you remove that external force, again it will come to the original position. Means here rubber is, we will take from the latex. Okay, latex, rubber is a natural polymer and possesses elastic property, and it is also termed as elastomer and has a variety of uses, and it is manufactured from rubber latex, which is a colloidal dispersion of rubber in water. So rubber latex is obtained from the bark of rubber tree. It is found in even India, Sri Lanka, Indonesia, Malaysia and South America. You can see in picture, say bark, we are collecting there is a latex, the latex from the rubber tree, that is a rubber latex from the rubber tree. Okay, we are collecting from the bark of the rubber tree here. So from that, see that is a dispersion, there is a colloidal dispersion in rubber. Okay, so this is isoprene. You can see the structure, that is a CH2, CCH3, CH2. This is the isoprene. Isoprene means the IUPAC name is, see here 1, 2, you can name the carbon atom 1, 2, 3, 4. That is a 2-methyl. This is a methyl group, 2-methyl. At carbon number 1 and carbon number 3, there is a double bond is there, 1,3 butadiene. But means there is a 4 carbon atoms, butadiene means there are 2 double bond are present. This is IUPAC name. In examination also they will ask what is the IUPAC name of isoprene. You should write 2-methyl 1,3 butadiene. And also there are 2 forms are there. In isomerism we will study cis and trans. So in cis we will write like cis 1,4 polyisoprene. This is also you have to remember. Okay. So this structure, natural rubber structure is this one. This is one isoprene, this is one more isoprene and this is one more. There is a long chain. Okay. This is the natural rubber structure. In next class, so next we will discuss about the vulcanization of rubber. As you can see the neoprene and natural rubber, see the structure is CH2, C, CH3, CH, double bond CH2 and even natural rubber is prepared by isoprene. So this is a polyisoprene molecule consists of various chain held together by weak van der Waals interactions and has a coiled structure. So natural rubber can be structured like a spring and exhibits elastic properties. So the next concept we will discuss about the vulcanization of rubber. So what is meant by vulcanization of rubber? The natural rubber will be having some kinds of properties. See, natural rubber will be, when we heat, so at high temperature it will become a soft. There is more than, if we heat more than 335 Kelvin, it will become a soft. So when you cool the temperature at below the 283 Kelvin, it will become a hard. And it shows a high water absorption capacity, means that natural rubber immediately it will absorb the water, and even it will soluble in non-polar solvents. Non-polar solvents means like benzene, toluene and many, for example, even toluene also you can give, benzene also you can give, and CS2 carbon disulfide you can also give the example. So only the natural rubber, it will soluble in non-polar solvents, it means it will insoluble in water. So again it has a non-resistant to attack by oxidizing agent. So these all the properties are of natural rubber. To improve these physical properties of natural rubber, we will go to the vulcanization rubber. Vulcanization means, see, natural rubber becomes soft at high temperature, that is more than 335 Kelvin, and brittle means hard at low temperature, that is less than 283 Kelvin, and shows high water absorption capacity. It is soluble in non-polar solvents and is non-resistant to attack by oxidizing agents. To improve upon these physical properties, a process vulcanization is carried out. Heating a mixture of raw rubber with sulfur and an appropriate additive at a temperature range between 373 Kelvin to 415 Kelvin. On vulcanization, sulfur forms cross links at the reactive sides of the double bonds, and thus the rubber gets stiffened. Okay. So you know already there is a isoprene structure, the CH2, CCH3, CH, CH2. So when it is a natural rubber, you are taking the raw rubber, you can call it as a raw rubber. So raw rubber contains isoprene. So when we heat with sulfur at 373 Kelvin to 415 Kelvin, it becomes stiffened. Okay, it will become hard in nature. You can see even the structure of the vulcanized rubber in this screen, on the screen. So in the manufacture of tire rubber, that is a 5% of sulfur is used as a cross linking agent. You can see the structure here. The natural rubber, when we heat it, the sulfur is a cross linked between the two isoprene here, that is the vulcanized rubber. So next concept we will discuss about the synthetic rubber. Synthetic rubber means which we will synthesize in the laboratory or in industry. So there are two synthetic rubbers are there, one is a neoprene and one is Buna-Yan. Okay. So here synthetic rubber are either homopolymer of 1,3-butadiene derivatives or copolymers of 1,3-butadiene or its derivatives with another unsaturated monomer. You know already what is homopolymer and what is copolymer. Homopolymer means we will use only one kind of monomer, and copolymers means we will use a different kind of monomers. So here one by one we will discuss. The first one is neoprene. There are two synthetic rubbers, one is neoprene, another one is Buna-Yan. So first one we will discuss about the neoprene. So neoprene or polychloroprene is formed by the free radical polymerization of chloroprene. So you can see the structure here. So see the chloro, there is a 2-chloro, So now we will discuss about the neoprene. Neoprene or polychloroprene is formed by the free radical polymerization of chlorophene. You can see the reaction here. This is the chlorophene. Okay, the common name is chlorophene. That is structure is CH2, CCl and CHCl2. See the IUPAC name is, that is 1, 2, 3, 4. See at the carbon number 1 and at the carbon number 3 there is a double bond is there. So at the carbon number 2 there is a chlorine atom is there. So 2-chloro-1,3-butadiene is the IUPAC name of chloroprene. So when it is polymerized we will get the polychloroprene. Okay. So the structure is, we know this is the polychloroprene structure, the CH2 CCl and double bond it shifts here. Okay, and CH and single bond CH2 and bracket N. This is the polymer, and this is common name of that polychloroprene is neoprene. It is a synthetic synthetic rubber. Okay, it has a superior resistance to vegetables and mineral oils, and it is used for manufacturing conveyor belts and gaskets and hoses. So next one is Buna-S. Okay, Buna-S, that is the name of butadiene and acrylonitrile, the name. Okay, that is in short we will call Buna-N. Okay, so Buna-N we will prepare by taking 1,3-butadiene and acrylonitrile. Okay, so this is 1,3-butadiene structure. We used many times the 1,3-butadiene. So CH2 CH that is CH2, that is a 1,3-butadiene because 1 and carbon 3, there is a double bond is there, butadiene, and acrylonitrile, the structure is CH2 double bond CHCN. Okay, and we will get the Buna-N, that is a butadiene acrylonitrile structure. So it is a resistant to the action of petrol, lubricating oil and organic solvents. It is used in making oil seals, tank lining, etc. So this is all about synthetic rubber, that is a neoprene, and the second one is Buna-N. So in the next class we will discuss about the molecular mass of the polymer. Okay, thank you.